Vayam Tviha Mahayugin Brahmanta Karmavat Basu Tvatvartaya Tarishyamastava Kair Dushtaram Tama Smaranta Kirtayantaste Kritani Gaditani Cha Katya Utsmite Kshanakshveli Yanri Loka Vidambanam. O great yogi, we, on the other hand, though wandering in this world on the paths of karma, will overcome unsurmountable ignorance along with your devotees by talking about you, while remembering and glorifying your deeds, words, movements, smiling, glances, and amorous joking, which appear to be human. Commentary by Srila B.A. Vishwanath Chakravarti. Your great devotees do not seek to cross over Maya as a result of their bhakti. But we are not like those great devotees. How can we be so confident? Out of humility, Uddhava shows he also desires to cross over Maya. To indicates a different subject. Though we are servants in Dasya Rasa, taking assistance of Shakya Rasa, we do not desire to practice jnana. Even though you order us, we will cross Maya with your devotees who have similar natures as us. We will not cross with the naked sages. What is the method? Crossing the darkness of Maya is easy by the light from your Sudarshan Chakra in the form of remembering and glorifying your pastimes. Shveli means joking with his gopi lovers. Sri Chaitanya Manubhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sva Vadantikam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Goda Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. There's a very interesting verse here. I repeat the previous ones because this gives the full understanding here. Naked sages who seriously endeavor in spiritual practice, who have raised their semen upwards, who are peaceful and sinless members of the renounced order, attain the spiritual abode called Brahman. Very interesting. So, it is said that those who want to go to Brahman, they are becoming like sinless sages and they do all this vairagya and jnana to obtain Brahman. But here, O great yogi, we on the other hand, means comparing to, though wandering in this world of the paths of karma, we overcome unsurmountable ignorance along with your devotees. So, in a way, the greatest of all yoga is to stay with devotees. Staying with devotees, living with devotees, chanting the holy name with devotees, remembering the pastimes with devotees, and it goes even further to say, remembering and glorifying your deeds, words, movements, smiling glances, and amorous joking, which appears to be human. So, here we are actually talking about the rasa dance and other pastimes like that, when Krishna is so charming. And it is something which impersonalists with all the jnana, they can't relate to. They can't relate that we are enamored with the all-enchanting Lord. They cannot imagine that the Lord is smiling at His devotees, and that we are hearing about how He makes jokes in Vrindavan, how He does so many things different, like always surprising. Sometimes He charges the gopis taxes, and the gopis get angry. How you dare to? How you dare to charge taxes? Are you the owner of Vrindavan? I'm not the owner, but I'm here guarding this road, and who wants to go by has to pay taxes. And then sometimes he breaks the yogurt pots, and the yogurt and the milk flow over the gopis. Can you imagine this? Radharani is drenched in milk and yogurt by this rascal Krishna. And that is what the devotees delight on. They're feeling so happy. They're feeling so happy that Krishna is doing these pranks. That he is doing the pranks, you say? That he is all enchanted. He steals our heart. We cannot believe it. What? Krishna did that? No. What? I mean, first of all, he steals butter. Okay, little kids stealing butter. Okay, we can forgive it. No? Now he's distributing the butter to the monkeys. Mother Yasoda is not that happy about it, but anyhow, they're Vrindavan monkeys, let them have some butter. So Krishna can be forgiven. But now he's doing more nasty things. Now he's going to the gopis' house and he is pinching the children so that they cry. And when the mothers run away to see why my child is crying, he goes in the other side and steals the butter. Very nice, huh? And sometimes when Krishna, he cannot find any butter because all the butter has been hidden, then he pees on the ground in the house to chastise him. Say, why you hide the butter? Here I pee on you. And when it comes to the gopis, he teases them all the time. They're very simple girls' hearts, they're very pure. And then he's saying things like, oh, I made such a mistake to contact you all. I think I should have never, ever allowed this, that you come into the forest at night. You better go back immediately. You say, what? First you play the flute, you call us, then we're coming here, going through great difficulties, and then what you say? You say, get away, go back. So this is type of things Krishna does all the time. Teases. It teases. Radharani is always astonished by Krishna's teasing. It is true, she loves him. Like anything, but he teases her so much that despite loving him, she gets angry. Sometimes she tells him, Krishna, you never speak a word again to me. And then Krishna says, no? Okay, no word. Then Radharani gets in trouble and she calls Krishna. I can't speak. She said, okay, you can speak. So, in this way, many different pastimes are taking place. Shakya Ras, Madhurya Ras. This is, what is really the important point of these two comparisons is that Jnana and Vairagya can take you to Brahman, but only devotees can take you to Bhakti and to Krishna. So if you want to go just to Brahman and do all the renunciation and all the difficulties, then you may get to Brahman if you ever manage to perfect that discipline, which is doubtful in Kali Yuga. But if you want to go to Krishna Lok, then you better get your show together and stay with devotees, stay with devotees, stay with devotees, stay with devotees, chant with devotees, read with devotees, chant with devotees, eat with devotees, walk with devotees, go where the devotees go, you also go. Just be with devotees, be with devotees, be with devotees, and that's the way to be a devotee. Be with devotees to be a devotee. That is the secret here. It's not very complicated. And you know, when you give up the devotees association for reasons which are mental constructions, the one who suffers is you yourself. Sometimes people, they just avoid the devotees. They say, oh, I know one devotee, he fell down. Oh, one devotee wasn't honest. Oh, I know one devotee did not smile at me. Oh, one devotee didn't give me a plate of prasadam. So I will not go back there. At my home, I can arrange more prasad, more sense gratification for me. So I don't go there to the devotees to stay in line for prasadam. No. I want to be served by my wife like a VIP. Because devotee life is community life. And community life means problem life. Always there must be some friction in community. Unfortunately, that's the part of this material world. Everybody feels, well, I'm not so good, but I'm better than him. Trick. As soon as you feel you're a little better than anybody, you're not very community fit. Because now with this problem, with that person, you may get into trouble. Because you think you're better than him. Fault finding it is. You find fault with others to justify your own fault. Or to say, I'm bad, but not as bad as this one. So, all this type of things, thinking, that is which drives us away from the devotees. Making offenses against the devotees. Thinking, you know, you can make a temple in your home, you can preach in your home, definitely. Then you are providing devotee association, and you get association from the ones you preach to. Vice versa, it's always forward and back, it's reciprocate. But if you cannot do that, if for some reason you don't have the house, you don't have the place to make the nice devotee association, then I must tell you, you have to go and get devotee association in a temple. That's what these temples are all about. These temples are the mercy of Krishna. Without the temples, where are you going to get devotee association? Where is the development? In the market, in the schools, in the university, in the RSS, where is devotee association available? That is a big question you have to ask yourself. At home, your husband and wife, is that going to be devotional association? Maybe. If your wife is a devotee and she chants with you, and your husband, he likes to read with you, and if all of that at home, your very beautiful environment, then invite friends. Then share this beautiful environment with others. Don't keep it just for yourself. Beautiful Vrindavan, beautiful Vrindavan, beautiful Vrindavan, okay? Share it. Be so good to share the nectar with others. Shukadeva Goswami said, O King Parikshit, thus addressed the Supreme Lord, the son of Devaki, spoke to his dear unalloyed servant Uddhava. It's the end of the 6th chapter of the 11th canto. Be devotee, stay with devotee, even if it's, Bhaktivinoda Thakur he put it, if the association with devotees appears to be unbearable, please bear it. Sometimes it appears unbearable. And all those devotees who make a lot of criticism of the temple and thus don't go to the temple, well, they lose this nectar of devotion. They're losing it. Especially if they make good money outside of the temple. Those who have good money outside of the temple, they have inclination not to go to the temple. Why? Because they learned in the brahmachari time, if I have money, I have to give some to Krishna. I have to help Krishna consciousness. So they have money, they don't want to do that, so they better not go to the temple, otherwise somebody's going to ask me for money. Somebody's going to say, Janmashtami festival is coming, come on. What about 50% for Krishna, like Prabhupada said? But that's what Prabhupada said. He said it because he knew that is the best for us. If you don't spend 50% of your equity for Krishna, then all you're going to is start thinking, you know, spending money is very difficult. That's why people, when they have a lot of money, they start buying articles which are useless but very costly. Because they don't know how to spend the money. They don't know how to show, oh, I'm rich. You know, they buy a watch, some stupid watch. Says, you know how much I paid for this? $200,000. Wow. You mean you have a watch which has a value of a big house? Yeah. 200,000 is not the most expensive watch. You can buy watches for $1 million. You can buy sound systems like to hear music at your home. You can buy such systems and spend $1 million. One box, $60,000. And for cloth, you can easily buy a dress, a party dress, alto costume, $200,000, nothing. So why do they do that? Why do they throw away money like this? Just because they don't know what to do with the money. And they want to show, I got it, I got the money. So spending money wisely is very complicated. It's not easy. Even spending it for Krishna is not easy. I bought this Vrindavan. At that time, we paid $35,000. Of course, that time, $35,000 is today like probably $100,000. But the place now is worth $1.5 million. Well, I don't know, I couldn't afford buying it, I couldn't allow. So, very strange. The money world is very strange. And it's all a big show. So to do anything wisely, stay with devotees, work with devotees, dance with devotees, and see what can be done with devotees. We don't know exactly. We don't know. And to be a devotee in the Western world is far, 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 far more difficult than to be a devotee in India. You know, in India, you chant Hare Krishna, they invite you in a house, they serve you a feast. Like yesterday, you ate this feast only because you chanted Hare Krishna and smiled. We didn't do anything else, and they said, a little bit more, a little bit more. So, in India, you can just, as a white devotee, you can just pass your whole life from house to house. Chanting, speaking, dancing. And the people who are rich in India, they like to give help to the devotees. Like this is the world. But when we are in the West, we have to sell something, we have to invent some little enterprise. We have to start making kale chips or what milanesas argentinas. How many milanesas we make in Argentina to survive every day, 100, 200, 300 milanesas de soja. Y la gente dice, oh, your pudding and your milanesa, they're very good. And then we come back, oh, they like our prashad. So it's very tough, you know. It's tough to do, to live in this world and to be able to make the temple survive, make your family survive, do everything. But it's always a way can be found. Always a way can be found. And our way is by telling everybody about Krishna. Some people say, why don't you go and study in university? I didn't study in university, but I preached to so many people who went to university. I initiated so many doctors and lawyers and judges and this and that. If I instead have gone to university just to study for myself, then I would have been able to do much less than by preaching to people. And preaching to people means giving the Bhagavatam information. Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. Yesterday we heard Krishna say that. It's all in the Bhagavatam. We have to study Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhupada knew that. That's why he translated Srimad Bhagavatam. So let's try to go back to home, back to God by staying with devotees. That's all I can recommend to you. Everything else will, secondary effects will come automatically. Like eating prashad, organizing Rasa Yatra festivals. Now we have upcoming Braj Mandal Parikrama. Braj Mandal Parikrama this year, 2019. We had a very long period of festivals. We went to the Kiva Kumbh Mela, we went to so many things. But nevertheless, Brajmanda Parikrama is coming up. And after that, chance to stay longer, stay with me in India. After Brajmanda Parikrama, I don't know exactly what's going to happen. I know I got a lot of work here, and it's nice. I enjoy it also. I see so many devotees and so many acharyas because this is a land of gurus, Vrindavan. And our main guru, Srimati Radharani, is telling us every day to clean up this place because she wants her place clean and beautiful. So this is a little bit of what I can share with you today. I hope you get the essence. Yes, we should be very good devotees and follow strictly the process. But the most important thing is, under any conditions, to stay with devotees and to work with devotees for devotional purposes. Because if you just with devotees without doing anything, no personal engagement, no participation, it's also not enough. And that means we have to study carefully how to do everything. Jai Sri